Hey guys, hi everybody, hope you're all well. Happy Halloween soon, okay? So we got a few days left to go. So welcome to week 6, task 2. Yes, indeed. So if you've already done task 1, you'll know that we've done a lovely black spooky spider. I don't know that that's the noise the spiders make. But we're going to continue on with a little bit of a Halloween theme this week. I know we don't normally do themes, but hey, that's what we're doing this week. So, we are going to be doing a lovely, cool Halloween craft. I'm not going to quite tell you yet because it'll probably make sense in a second. So, first thing I need you guys to do is go to your bags and I need you to find your Wk6 Tsk2 pack. You will also need your brush and you will need, out of the bag, this one. Okay, this paper plate with the 2 eyes in it that might give away what we're doing. Shh, don't tell anybody. So go get those. If you need to pause me, as always, I will be doing this at my speed. If I'm going too fast for you guys, just pause me. Don't take offense, as always. And then when you've caught up, then you can just hit play and away we go as normal. So, all that being said, that's all we need. Let's have a look and see what's in week 6 task 2 bag. Right, gang, so let's switch over to this camera so we can see. So, like I said, we'll need this one. And then let's have a look and see what else is in here. We have, ooh, well, look at that. Some orange paint, although on my camera it looks probably a little bit red, but it isn't. It's a nice orange, I hope. That's another clue. Got a straw, interesting. Got one of these, which is interesting. And got some more little pieces in here. So there are a few little pieces in here, guys. So just make sure you root through your bag and you find out all the bits. So you got 2 of these really long, thin, triangular pieces. They're quite small. Let me move over the plate so you can see them. And there's this bigger triangle piece. And then there's this crazy looking piece. Right, good. So, shall we crack on? First job then is I think I need you guys to go find yourselves a paintbrush. Okay? Looking for mine. Here's mine here. Mine's gone red all of a sudden. Strange orangey red color. So I need you to get yourself your paintbrush and then we're going to get some of our paint. Now, as always with our paints, to use it, let's turn it into a piping bag. So we're just going to cut the end off. There you go. There we go. You can just pull it, but cutting it seems to work a little bit better for me. I'm going to put all my other pieces onto this one. I've got a bag from my last task here. So with my glue on it, because we're going to be needing a bit of glue. And so I'm going to squeeze my orange paint out onto that one. Good. Now, if you want to save some of the orange paint, you can just keep a fold it over. But basically, what we're going to be doing is taking our orange paint and we're going to be painting our whole plate. Now, we're painting the plate side. So the side you would be eating off. And we're painting the whole thing this lovely orange color, okay? So I like to use a nice kind of thick coat. But that's totally up to you guys. So we're just painting on the flat side, like this side. Always good to use our stroking technique. Just kind of gives a nice even coverage. So we're going to stroke, stroke, stroke. But what you will find, for those of you who have done some plate work with us before, I'm just going to lift it up off the table so I don't paint my table. Not that that makes much difference to the paint already on my table. But I am going to just do that around like that. Now, as always, when we're painting around the bumpy, if you rub your finger around the plate like that, you'll see it's quite bumpy. And if I were to just do a stroke, I'm going to show you just a simple stroke. Watch what happens. See? It's painted the tops of the bumps, but it doesn't paint the inside, the bottom, the concave side of the bumps. So what we always like to do is use our dabbing technique around the bumpy side. You could use a bit of both. You could do a stroke and then do some dabbing, but I like to just go straight into the dabbing, and we just dab, dab, dab all the way around. I'm going to put my finger right in the middle of the plate, even though it's painted. There you go. It's a beautiful deep orange, this colour. I love it. It's very Halloweeny. Anybody got any idea what we might be making? Halloweeny and orange. Ooh, I think I might have heard somebody shout it. Yes, it is. It is a pumpkin mask. We are making a beautiful, bit scary though, pumpkin mask. Yes. So I'm going to get all my paint them all the way around. Squirt out some more paint if you guys need it. I think I might just have enough. Won't need to. So I'm going to save that paint for another day. I'm just going to fold the corner that I cut and do that now. I'm just going to do some dabbing all around just to give it a bit of texture. Maybe give another little coat there. And beautiful. There I have my fully painted orange paint. Now I haven't painted the other side. You don't need to. If you wanted to, you could, but I'm not going to because we don't need to. I'll put my paintbrush down to one side. Don't forget to wash your paintbrush after, team. Good, right. So I'm going to go back to get some glue. Going to squeeze out some glue. We won't need a huge amount, so don't go crazy on this one, so you guys can save the glue for somewhere else if you need it. And then we're going to start making our mask face. So we've got his eyes. What we're going to do is we're going to look for this big triangle, big black triangle. Now, rather than sticking it straight flat down, what I like to do is hold the long pointy bit and just push the other side down and put a little bend in it. See, like that? Got a sneeze again, I think. Into the elbow. Woohoo! Safety first, team. So we're going to put a little bend in it. And the reason we're going to do that is because I want it to stick out a little bit. I don't want it to be really flat on the page. Now, if you don't mind it being completely flat, then just flat. And then we're going to glue it down. But all I'm going to do is put some glue on the long pointy tip. I'm not going to cover the whole thing. So I'm going to use our pick, dip, and stick technique. So you can see I've only put some glue on the top half of it, and then I'm just going to gently place him down. And just give it a little wobble, and what happens if I turn my plate up, you can see his nose just kind of raises off the plate a little bit, and I quite like that because it makes it look a bit scary and a bit more kind of 3D. And again, it's gone a bit wonky. I don't mind. I'm just going to leave that. I don't mind wonkiness. Right, next up, we're going to get his scary eyelashes on. Now, what's funny about eyebrows, I should say, not eyelashes, is you can do them in a couple of different ways. So some people will have the wide part of the lash on the inside like that. I'm just going to put that down like that so you can see it. And the other way of doing it is, and then you put the other side on as well. And then you can do it that way. The other way of doing it is you can put the thin piece on the inside, lift it up a little bit, like that, and lift it up. Now, some people think one looks scarier than the other. I think the thin one on the inside going wide on the outside, pointing up, it looks a little bit more Halloween scary. So I'm going to go for that one. So again, I'm going to use your pick and dip technique because it doesn't need a huge amount of glue. They're not very heavy, and the orange paint will help hold it down. So I'm gone for the thin side of those long eyebrows on the inside, but you can do it your way, whatever you think. Have a look. Even though the paint is still a bit wet, you can still drop them down and have a look and see what you think, and then make a decision. But I'm going to go with the thin on the inside, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on there and pop those down, lifting them up nice and high, pointing out. I think they look a bit more scary, or another word is sinister. It's sinister, which of course is what Halloween's about. So we got his eyebrows on, got his nose on, and then of course this one, his scary mouth. Now, like we did with the nose, where you can have bend it and point it up a little bit, I quite like to do this with some of the teeth piece of his mouth. So rather than having them straight, I put a little bend in them so they kind of project out from the mask a little bit. I might be making this super complicated, but it's just one of those things that I quite like to do. And to help the effect, rather than putting glue on the whole thing, I just put some glue just down the middle here, so it sticks. So only that part of it sticks. And then once it dries, you can bend the teeth out even more if you want to. But that, again, that's just me. I've been doing these for a long time, and I always like to try something a little bit different just to see what happens. So I've gone for glue just down the middle. If you guys want to put glue all over it, that's absolutely fine. And then I'm going to find a plate, and I'm just going to gently, and because I don't want it to even stick to the paint, I'm just going to gently tap, 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 tap down there. And then once it's all dry, I'll be able to bend. I don't have to bend the teeth out now, but I'm going to readjust his nose a little bit and just lift it up a little bit, just so I have a bit more space between those. And then the last piece is, because this is a mask, is our straw. So our straw is going to become our handle for our mask. So what we need to do now is just turn it over like this. Don't worry about little bits of paint on the back like that. And then we're going to get our straw, and we're going to do, so we're going to go from the crinkly side where the straw folds, and we're going to put glue just up along the top of this. Now this will take a little bit of time to dry, so be gentle with it. And then it's going to come down from his mouth, so it's not going to go on the top of his eyes. Let me turn this around so it's straighter. So it's not going to come out the top of his head, so his eyes should still be on the top, and then it's just going to stick on there like that. Now don't push it down too much, or you'll push the mask in, but we'll just lay it in like that and just leave it like that for a few minutes. Let the glue set on it, and then once you have it dry for a few minutes, you will be able to, I'm going to pick mine up now anyway, just to show you guys what the finished product kind of looks like. And I'm going to switch over onto my other camera. So my straw might come loose a little bit. I'll hold it at the bottom there. And once it's all dry, you'll be able to use the straw as a handle, and then you'll be able to walk around like this with a scary mask. And there it is, our lovely pumpkin Halloween mask on a little handle. Well done, you guys. Super good job. Have a lovely Halloween. Have a lovely week. As always, stay safe. I hope some of you are lucky enough that you can go and get some trick-or-treating. We're staying in this year just to be safe, but we're going to play loads of games. We're going to have loads of fun, and I hope you guys have exactly the same thing, and you hang up your spiders and take some pictures and send them in to us. We absolutely love to see them. But more importantly than anything else, as always, guys, stay safe. Look after yourselves. It's the most important thing. Bye.